Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Guide. We are back in the world after having finished our chicken coop. Let's go take a look at them and see how they're doing. And they run screaming as soon as I get close. We have 3 fertile eggs, and they are being brooded. We have 1 fertile egg there out of the 3 eggs that are in there, and we need 4 more days, so not bad. And they have plenty of food. They're doing well. We will soon have feathers galore. Excellent. In between episodes, I haven't done much since it's only about the next morning, but I did go and grab some more blue clay for the project I want to do today. And that is, I want to prepare for spring by working on a new farm setup. I have some plans for the area down here off our little cliff. In fact, I want to kind of terraform this a bit. I know I said terraforming in Vintage Story is quite slow in a much earlier episode, and it is slow. But I still kind of want to do it, because I want to do something interesting with this ridge here, and maybe smooth it out, make some maybe terraced farms. But that's for later when we have better tools. But I do want to move this farm and its terra preta specifically up here so it's closer, and just to get that area cleared out, so that when we do go to work on it, we don't have to move everything then. So I've been thinking about where to put these farms, and I'm thinking, like I mentioned in a previous episode, I want to put them here, or nearabouts. Have one starting here, and then sort of move off at a diagonal, less than 45 degrees, in this direction, and do 4 farms. So that we have 1 for potassium, 1 for nitrogen, 1 for phosphorus, and then 1 that lays fallow in between. Now, I also want to change up how the farms are laid out, because of something that I wasn't aware of in how the moisture worked. I've been playing since version 1.14 when moisture was a bit simpler, and the 3 rows of farmland followed by water worked really well back then. However, now, because the way that moisture soaks in is a bit different, it's actually more efficient to have square plots and then put a single block of water right in the middle, and then repeat that 1 row over, and so on and so on. Now, I still do want to have 64 block plots, so that way we can just plant a full stack of seeds in one go. So to do that, I'm thinking of doing a ring of 8 of these, and then in the middle put something, I don't know, a monument, a scarecrow, a light, I don't know, something different in the middle. However, I also want to go and make sure we have enough terra preta for that, and I don't think we do. We have about a full stack down there, and then we have, I think, a second full stack up here, or almost. So we have 1, 2, and I think a third, yes, 3 terra preta deposits that we've discovered so far. So I want to go and we'll raid those and bring them back and see how much we have to see how far we can take these farms in this episode. I am going to bring along our armor, and I'm going to wear it while we're out, because I don't feel like having to die to wolves and then go and retrieve our stuff. So we're going to be a little slower, and we'll get hungrier faster, but we have plenty, hello Rift, of food with us, so we should be good there. So let's head out. On the way, I think I might also stop in some of these pine forests down here. I have found a little bit more resin, and I've already harvested it this time around, but we might find some more in the other trees that are there, because I haven't actually fully explored the pine forests down here. Oh, hey look, chickens. If only these had been, here earlier. Hello. Okay, we got 56 feathers from that. That is a win in my book. I'll be making some more arrows here very shortly to fill out our quiver. Looks very knee-breaking. There we go. Now the first terra preta deposit. Oh, here we go. Do we have any leaking pine here? No, we do not. Let's just take you out. There we go. It should be noted that in version 1.16.4, which we are now on, the rate of pine resin was increased 2.5 times. However, that only applies to land generated in 1.16.4, so the land we already have isn't going to have that. So we're going to have to go either far and wide or just make sure we really fully explore the area around us to find pine resin. Well, here we are at the terra preta. Let's get digging with a shovel. Okay, that was kind of a sad deposit. Let's mark that off our map here. And we are going to run up to this one. I hope this one's got some better luck for us. And then we'll go home and probably sleep for the night, because it is a medium rift day, I think. Yeah, still medium. Although we do have armor, so I may not need to worry about that too much. I fully admit that I am a complete weenie when it comes to drifters. At least I own it. And here is terra preta deposit number 2. Well, more digging time. I hear growly boys. Oh, that sounds close. Ah, there you are. Okay, that one wasn't huge either. But we have almost a second, or third stack, really. I'm going to drag all this home, and we'll drop off our junk, especially those feathers. And then we'll just wait till morning, when we can see where we're going. Because running around at night is a great way to find holes with your feet. Although with the volumetric lighting mod, it does make it much easier to navigate at night. And very pretty, honestly. And what a sight. That bright glow of all the buildings, all of our farmland. The pulsing of our friendly neighborhood rift. Alright everyone, we are home. Our inventory is put away. Let's go to bed and pick up in the morning. And actually, we'll sleep in the comfy bed tonight. Get us closer to light. And good morning, everyone. Nice and light. We're ready to roll. Low rift activity. Perfect. Let's grab some more food, just in case we end up staying out a little longer than expected. And we will be on our way. So much for low rift activity. I shouldn't be doing this, but I am. Just want to take a real quick peek down here. See if my lantern illuminates things. It does not. Let's see what we can do. Let's just... There we go. I will take this. I've been looking for more bony soil to pan. Now, as I recall, there were wolves up here at some point. So we'll need to keep on the lookout for them. And you can hear me shriek when I see one, as it bites my face off. In fact, this is close to where we died that one time. I mean, I haven't died in this game. What are you talking about? There you are. How did I even spot that? Good grief. Oh, shovel's out. Half a stack. That's not terrible. It isn't as much as I'd like to have, but then again, we can't have everything, can we? Now, since we're out here, I kind of want to take a peek at that hilltop, because there are some trees that we don't have access to that like to grow in colder climates. Specifically, I'm looking for larch, and larch can sometimes be found on hilltops where it tends to be a bit colder. What's down here? Doom, most likely. Or nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Well, you know what? Let's give this place a tappy tap. Yeah, zinc and copper and bismuth, nothing terribly special. Let's head to that hilltop and see what we can find. And of course, a medium temporal storm's coming. It actually isn't the worst thing being caught out in a temporal storm, because as long as you don't get trapped somewhere, like say, I don't know, down there, then you actually have a pretty good chance of just outrunning all the drifters. Ooh, that's not great. Low, huh? Let's just nerd pole up. And see what we can't see up here because it's too foggy. Oh, this is like Wolf Central. Probably. Yep, we got forest floor here. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's great, I guess. I feel like I'm the bad guy here. Just tearing up all the Captain Planet's good works. Well, I don't see any larch trees here. Okay, I lied. I see a larch tree. Okay, you know, we're going to take out some leaves until we get a few cones. And yes, I am wasting my axe on this, but I want to try to get this and get going before the storm hits. Well, you know what? I think we are going to call it there, and we're going to dash home. 2 larch seeds ought to do it. It's getting dark. Temporal storm's coming. Let's go save our bacon. Okay, we are home. I'm going to unload my inventory, and then we are going to go and hang out in our little hidey hole until the storm's over. And I'll bring you back in if anything interesting happens, but as usual, if it doesn't, I will just skip the storm. Okay, everyone. That temporal storm was not exciting. We did get a decent haul of flax, but nothing really to write home about. So let's get these farms laid out. I think I want to start them maybe here. And do we want to raise them up or flatten the land down? That's a question. That's a question indeed. Tell you what, let's use the raised land here. So we'll flatten out some of those here and bring their dirt here to fill this in. So I think we should start these farms maybe right here. So we're then going to have, well, 9 blocks in between, and then our 10th one will be our corner. So make this one 2 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 10. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 10. And then we can come over here, and bloop. So this is our first field. We'll have this size interior, and that should give us 64 blocks to play with as far as farming once it's all set. So then I want to come up to here, and we're going to offset these so they kind of move off at a 22.5 degree angle in that direction. So in fact, you know what? I might put them right up against each other like that, so they should actually share a wall. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 10. And I'm going to make 4 of these. I may have to grab some more dirt and fill in some of this land up here. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will. And we'll probably have to look out for some trees that I planted and maybe move them if I can. And I'll bring you back when we're ready to start building up the actual farmland. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. I came inside because there were wolves out there howling at us, and I wanted to do a few household chores, such as panning that bony soil we had. And we got 2 more books, as well as a smattering of odds and ends and some tin bronze chain. Now, when we get into the Bronze Age stuff, this will let us get access to a little bit of tin bronze to showcase the different kinds of bronze when we get there, because we haven't found any cassiterite except for this one here, and cassiterite is the tin ore for the game. So these will let us get access to that. I think our main bronze will be bismuth bronze. But that aside, let's read these books, and I'll pop them on screen so you can take a look at them. Demetrius Notes Part 5 out of 5. And we have Reflection Part 3 of 5. So Dimitри's notes. There you go. And reflection. There you go. Okay, so let's get out here and probably make a new shovel to go along with this one. I want to make our farms in sort of raised farm beds. And actually, I might want to scoot these back another 5 blocks. Will that run them into this? It might. It might. Tell you what, I'm going to scooch these a little bit, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, that's better. I just felt like this was sort of crowding the barn here, and I wanted to have enough room for a road and maybe some, like, flower beds alongside of these fields here. So I think what I want to do is I want to make these into raised beds, just by 1 block, just for a little pop on the landscape, make them stand out a little bit. So I'm going to dig... Where's my shovel? So I'm going to dig out these here, and we're going to fill these in with regular cobblestone. And then on top of that, we're going to put some cobblestone stairs. And that will turn the edges of our fields into something like this. Just give it a little definition there. And I was considering changing out this cobblestone down here for a different kind of cobblestone instead of granite. But I think if we put flowers along here, we'll never notice it in the first place, so I don't care. And right here, we'll have our entrances. So here, and here, and here. And what I might do is sort of between the fields, so I don't know, maybe here I'll put double gates, because this is where the 2 fields will actually touch. Yes, I'll put double gates here, so we can just walk from field to field if we need to without having to leave the whole area and move up from cell to cell. So I'm going to get this in, and then we will focus on what's going in the center. Okay, with that all in place, let's go get our terra preta and a bucket of water, and let's start filling this in. And I'm also going to go and get some fences to put along here, and some fence gates. Okay, with our terra preta, let's go ahead and lay out our little farm plots, like so. And there we go. Exactly 64. I'm thinking for the centerpiece, we'll do something with stairs here, and I'll probably just chisel this so that they're nice and smooth. Take off this sort of chunk here. That is a cursed design. Much better. And I think we'll put probably like a scarecrow or something here, something to keep this grass from growing. And then we need to take our bucket and we'll fill all of these up. There we go. And then for each of these, oops, bath time. Let's get some of these gates going on. So put a gate there. And then we will just drop these here. And then in between here, we'll put 2 gates just for the symmetry. And round it off here. And then I brought some cobblestone slabs to not do that. I brought some slabs, which we're going to put into horizontal mode right away. And we will just cap these off. And this is what each of our farms will look like this year. And I'm going to put, I might get a few more slabs. Put them there like that. And then I might do that. So I'll need some more slabs. And we will get these finished out. And finally, here we have our almost full setup for farming. We have about half of them done as far as the terra preta goes, and when the terra preta down in the valley fully recovers its nutrients, I will bring that up here, and that will fill this 3rd field. And then we have, I think, 17 extra that will end up being able to start this one, but we'll need 1 or 2 more deposits before we can finish it out. In the long run, I'd kind of like to have a second set of fields like this, more for decoration than anything, because this is going to be more than enough to keep us occupied for a very long time. But that is for the distant future, and at least in the early game to mid-game, I may just use medium fertility soil for that secondary field set, if we get to it. Well, everyone, that is going to be about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed our little adventure in building these farms and gathering materials for it. We'll have to see what the next episodes hold for us as far as the weather's concerned, because that may change our plans if it starts getting warmer suddenly. We can expect that to start happening soon, and by April I think we should have spring in full swing. Maybe by mid-April at the latest. Anyway, as always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.